Hello, hello, good evening, and welcome to Candice Crafts Corner. How are you this evening? Um, just, of course, checking that everything is working fine. And here we are. We're live. Yay. Uh, I had some issues with my stand today. I don't know. Hopefully, it will work and it won't fade halfway through the live. But anyway, it looks like it's fine. Let me put this a little bit here, and I hope I won't kick the camera too much today because it's really, really close to my work surface. But otherwise, you wouldn't see it so well. So anyway, enough talking, and let's get to it. We are gonna explore today the many possibilities in the beautiful paper pumpkin of this month. As you know, I've said it before. Hi, Ginger. How are you? As you know, this is my favorite paper pumpkin of the year. It's a Christmas one, and I'm always looking forward to it. And seeing that the pumpkins have been so cute lately, um, I knew this was not gonna disappoint. And knowing that it was about to coordinate with Nest of Winter, which is one of my favorite sweets and papers of this catalog, it did not disappoint. So it made it very exciting. So these are the two cars that came in the design. I have them right here to make them a little bigger. Hi, Deborah. How are you? And let me take them off the protective sleeves so I can show you. I have them already ready. So this is one. I just added a little bit of Wink of Stella because I wanted more shine in it. And then this is the other one with the chickadees. Also very cute. And they're both triptychs, which means that it opens like that. I also added this because I like it. And this is for me to take off so I could put it with to take a picture of it and it wouldn't open, stay close. But anyway, and this is also a triptych, which means that you have a lot of materials if you put this separate to work alternate alternative cards. So this is what I'm doing. Hi, Teresa. And hello, crafty friends. Yes. Hello, all. So I hope that you got your paper pumpkins and you love them as much as I did. I really, really like them. Oh, and of course, the envelopes. I decided not to destroy the envelopes this time, which I usually do. But there's so much to work with because they only have two designs, but you can make 10 cards. So this is the envelope. Isn't it pretty? Which means that it's perfect for me to make alternatives. And this is four of the ones I came up on time for this live. This is a little rustic window. And I'll show you later how to make it. This is my first alternative that I did. And we're gonna do them in order, how they came up to me. I just love this stamp that comes in the set. And then this is another one because I love this how do you call it, inlay with the metallic green. And this is of course you see a window, I see shaker car. And since we have the beautiful snowflakes, white loose snowflakes in the catalog this time, uh it's perfect. I wanted to put the ribbon like this here. I forgot to put it. I glued it before that, and I glued it really well, so I could not lift it off even a little bit. But anyway, all right, so let's start. And this is the order: one, the first one, two, three, and four. So, in case that you're watching the replay and you like one particular one, you can scroll to see the point of the video where you're interested in. All right, so let me grab the materials for card number one. Okay. Don't tell me I didn't do them. No, I did do them. They're all here. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with my house, in my house. It's always a problem. But anyway, this one is very easy to put together again. This is so weird. I have 1, 2, 3 of 3. Okay, it's here. No, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't know which one it is now. I'm totally confused. All right, let me put my sample card and we'll go with it. There we go. Hi, Sandy, and have a nice rest. And we have 6 people watching, which means I will have oh, here it is. Duh, I knew I had it. Sometimes it's staring at you in the face. They're all here. I mean, I was very careful this time to have everything ready, so I just don't know. Have to open my eyes. All right, so this is a very easy card. Because from this triptych, even if you want to use it as is in the design, you have to take this card off. And that's one of the pieces. And for the other card, same thing. You have to take this piece off. So that's another one of the pieces for that card. Okay, I'm just going to put it away because I already had it set up. We don't need the extras. But okay, it went on the floor. I'll pick it up later. So we have a base of heavy white cardstock. And what we're going to do is we're going to stamp all around it with the leaf that comes in the set. By the way, these are the stamps in case you haven't seen them. Very cute. Has joyful thoughts to you this season. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas in 2 separate stamps. So you can put the Merry with if you got the add-on dies for this is the Merry that you can put to go with that, which we will do. Anyway. All right, so let's start with this one. And I will need a little bit of, yes. This is my matte, foam matte, and I can use it to stamp off as well if I want to. Oh, I see all the hearts and I like the hearts. Thank you so much. It makes me happy that you like it. So I did use the other stamp also that has the little berries, and then it's only the outline of the berries. So I filled it up with my marker, with my, what's the blend. But I'm not totally sure. I think it's going to look better just with the frame of the leaves only. And you can use the, like, change it around, move it, the stamp, so it's in different directions. And if you see a space that is white and you don't like it, you can always go with the tip and fill it up. But there's no right or wrong, just whatever you want. And you don't have to go too much in the middle because we are going to put this cardstock, so we can measure later. Not measure, but at least test that you have the coverage that you want. If not, you can put the row, or like here, maybe that will need a little bit more room. It looks very pretty. I love these stamps. It's classy. So I use it also for the inside of my cards because I don't like, excuse me, fire department, as every Sunday, right? I use it in the inside of my cards because I like to decorate them a little bit, the insides, just in case, gives it a little bit something extra. So let's see how we're doing with this. So now we can put this, I'm happy, it's all coverage. Maybe I'll put just a little tip here of the branch. That's it, I'm happy with this. So that's how we're gonna leave it. I'm gonna close my ink for the time being. And we're gonna, let's put this together first. Oh, and of course we have this guy. This guy comes also on the stamp set, and there's a bigger version that comes as the one of the die cuts. But for a vertical card, it's a little bit too big. Let me show you what I mean by it. See? It's a little bit too big, and I just wanted something in the corner so we can have the window effect with the snow falling. Oh, thank you. Garden green. I'm sorry. No, it's shaded spruce. I'm sorry. I should have said that. I've been stamping with shaded spruce, which is the color of this card base too. So, it's one of the colors. It has many colors actually, more than I thought. So we're gonna put this like this, like making like little frame for the little window. With just regular glue. And I was debating if I should do Halloween cards today, but having this is like, no, I want to do this. And I only make Halloween cards to send to the Cards for Hospitalized Kids, which I've been doing since I joined Stampin' Up. I found that organization, and I think it's a nice thing to do. So I got together a few friends. Hi, Kay. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I got together a few friends yesterday, and even though it was a little bit later than usual, because usually I do it in Wolf's car making day, but I was busy that day. So we all got together and we did some Halloween cards to send the kids. I have to send express tomorrow. All right. So this is the guy. I actually already colored it. So stamped and color with the blends. I use real red, light for the whole body, and a little bit of detail with the darker one, and then the orange for the paws and the beak, and I fussy cut it. Okay. So now we have that. Now we can put it here. And we're gonna put it with dimensionals. I hope I don't run out of dimensionals for today's live. Thank you, Sandy. Makes me so happy to hear that. Thank you. Sandy thinks I'm inspiring. That's a nice thing to say to somebody. Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to put extras here because it's a big card, All right. I'm not going to do the berries. If you want to do the berries like I did in here, you can. I decided, I think I wanted it just plain for this one. Put it in the center. I think it's nice. I don't know. This window is a little bit weak. We'll have to live with this. All right. And then from the same add-on dies, I cut 2 of these leaves, and I'm just going to put one here. Also with a little bit of glue. Am I on camera? Well, you don't need to see me gluing anything. I know you know how to do that. Like around that. And this one is gonna go a little bit like this, a little bit more vertical. Sorry, let me do it on camera. I have a problem. As I said, I had the problem that I don't know what happened with my stand today. That it was kind of not standing up. So I had to put it in a way, but it's too close, but I don't want to move it because I don't want it to fade away, and I tighten it and everything. I don't know. Maybe it's not having a good day, or maybe I'm not having a good day. All right, with this bird, the cardinal now, I'm just gonna curve a little bit the body and just put that like that so it kind of pops up a little bit. And we're gonna put dimensionals right here. Maybe we need a little one for the head. A mini for the head. Wait, I had already taken those out. Yeah, the fern leaves are really cute, and you can do them in gold. They look fantastic. This is one of my pet peeves. When you have a little tiny thing, and you see it got here. There we go. I got it. Forbid that this little piece was in the middle of the thing. I mean, like, probably it's gonna be behind my cardinal anyway, but just in case. I'm gonna put the cardinal. I mean, not that it has a branch too. I was trying to look for a place where it was branchy, but like something like that. It's a little different from this one, the position, but that's fine. And then we have the beautiful Christmas here. If you don't have the dies, you can do the Merry Christmas, put the Merry that comes in the stamp set, the separate stamp that says Merry. But I have the dies, so I'm gonna put it. I cut it in shaded spruce again, and we're gonna do this in just red. Oh, you could have done it the other way around. I do have a red one, or a thing. I also had a gold one. Yeah, I went crazy, but maybe I'll do the gold. What? Oh yes, there's add-ons for every paper pumpkin ginger, but they're good for like the quarter paper pumpkin. So basically, this was for October, November, December paper pumpkin. And yeah, so every 3 months you have a paper pumpkin, an add-on for the paper pumpkin that's good for the 3 paper pumpkins in a row. Hi, Joanne. Thank you for joining. So anyway, I think I'm gonna do the red because I kind of like the red and green. I mean the green because I kind of like the red and green, and I'm gonna stamp my sentiment in a piece of cardstock because this set comes with these beautiful labels, but this is way too big for my project here. I like the metallic. I love this color. I wish we had a cardstock like this. Oh, I love green and I love shiny things. So anyway, so yes, you can still get the add-ons, Ginger, because as I said, they're good for 3 months of paper pumpkin. And it has the Mary. I don't have them with me. They're on my other table. It has the Mary, it has the fern, and I can't remember what else it has. Oh, a big tag. That's what it has. A big tag, which is gonna be very useful for the holidays too. Yeah, I actually did it in silver as well. But no, I'm gonna stick to my guns here. All right. So let's stamp this first. And I'm gonna cut it as thin as I can, as thin as I can, the strip, but I wanna stamp it first. I'm gonna stamp it in real red. So yeah, so there's I think there's 3 dies in each set. They're $12 for the add-ons, and you can get them all through the 3 months. You probably can get them still as the extras. All right, why is this so dark? Maybe did I mess this up? No, it looks fine. Maybe this was not properly cleaned. So let me do it again. Clean the stamp set in case I had done it in because this doesn't look red, and I want it to look red. The good news is that my ink pad seems to be fine, but just turn it around. That's why the paper has two sides. There we go. This is gonna, yeah. Okay, now you can see the red. Yes, now I'm happy. Look at the difference. Dirty, clean. All right. Gonna do flag sides to this, but I'm gonna cut it with my trimmer first. Oops, let me close the real red so it doesn't dry up. And just gonna trim it as much as I can. Actually, let's do this size first, leaving a little bit of room so I can do my flat ends. There we go. And now we're gonna trim the top. Don't want to cut the top of the H and the T. There. That looks nice and centered, right? All right, so flag ends, easy. Cut in the center. That was not the center, Candy, but that's okay. We're gonna live with it. It's a little bit lower than the center, so I'm gonna have to do the same on the other side. A little bit lower than the center. The ideal thing is the center. If you've never seen me do it as before. All right. And I see that this has the lift because I turn it around and now it has the lift of the gutter there when I cut it. So I'm just gonna flatten it before I put it. And this is gonna, usually I like to curve it, but this is gonna have a piece of, if I can reach it, a piece of the shaded spruce beautiful ribbon. I have it right here. This set comes, this paper pumpkin came with Grosgrain red ribbon, but to my taste, and let me show you what I mean by that, they're a little short because you're supposed to put them behind this and you don't have enough to show the whole thing, you know, it's just very short. I like my ribbon to come out a little bit more. So that's what I said, like, oh, let's use another kind of ribbon. And we're gonna trim it. And it comes also the set with this turn tape that's a little wider. Also a little bit too wide if you ask me, but still we can make it work. I'm gonna put my turn tape to my label rather than to my ribbon. And we're gonna take it off, peel it off. There we go. And I like it more or less like this. This ribbon is kind of cool because it has the center ribbon and then the see-through ribbon on the sides. So the center ribbon can help you center things, right? I'm just gonna trim it right there. These are not my ribbon scissors. I should have used my ribbon scissors. That's what I have them, but yeah, you agree, Teresa? Yes. Oh well. It's still very nice set. This is gonna go just plain straight. So if you want to put more turn tape, you can do that, or you can glue it. I'm gonna put Maybe I'll glue it just in case I don't center it. Let's see. There. The liquid glue always allows for a little bit more forgiveness if you're not centering things. Because I set this a little bit different. I'm putting this a little bit lower. And then, as you see, my fern goes on top of the label, which I kind of like. And now we're going to have to glue this here. And I like the loop of the Y to come on the label. Sorry, there's a little bit of lint there. All right, so let me grab my silicone mat. Handy for this kind of work. And then we put a little bit of glue. That is true, Joanne. That's a very good point to do. Like Joanne is saying, to cut the tape, the ribbon in half and tape it to the extreme so it will show better. Totally right. I didn't think of that, but you are right. Great idea. All right, so I'm just grabbing my tweezers and just taking the excess of, I want the loop of the, there we go, the R's. Because my experience told me that the loop of the R's were always sticking out, maybe a little bit higher than that. Let's see. Put it a little crooked. I'm trying to move it down. That's why liquid glue is good for these things. Yes. And that's it. Well, not that's it. We have one more thing, and it's to put the berry embellishments. God, I need another package. Can you tell? Especially from the red ones. Guess which ones are my favorite? All right. So I'm gonna put 3 here on the branches. I always say, I think I said it last week, when you put like birds and rhinestones, you don't want to put it in, certain places that it looks like an accident, that the bird had an accident or something. You know what I mean? But anyway, so I think we're safe here with these 3. Maybe like that. All right. So this is my first card. By the way, no, let me put, as I said, I like to decorate the inside, so I'm going to put a couple of fern leaves on the inside as well. And that will be the first card. That will be it. Sometimes it's nice to have cards where you have to do a lot of stamping, and that's what I liked about this one. Thank you, Teresa. I'm glad you like it. That you have to do the frame around the thing. We have to re-ink that part. Just gonna cross this. And if you run out of envelopes, because this set will allow you to make a lot more than 10 cards if you break the card bases apart like I did. Yes, this is the center, Joanne. Is that what you mean? This is the center of, I showed it before. This piece comes from this, and the other piece comes from this, and the rest is a white cardstock that we did the frame around it. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Thank you, Kay. Hi, Julia, watching quietly from work. I can relate. I watch you quietly from work many times too. Not on Sundays, thankfully, but anyway. So that's the first card. Let's move on to card number 2. So the card number 2, which one was the second one I made? Oh yes, the shaker card. So now that we remove that, and this is an easy shaker card, I think. So we're gonna use this part, and look, this is pretty, and I haven't used it yet. Spoiler alert. I know the cardinal is so cute. It reminds me of the 12 Christmas set that we used to have. I never parted with that set. I saw it the other day as I'm preparing my stamp sets, the Christmas stamp sets. I'm getting them out. I mean, I've already made a lot of them with the new material, but I have my old favorites, so I go back to them in Christmas. So we're gonna break this apart, the triptych parts. I'm saving this because I'm looking forward to using it. Not today. And then I'm cutting this in two as well. And this is beautiful paper. And this is the back of one of the Nest of Winter papers. So I have that too. And if you want more birds, you can fussy cut them from there. Yes, right, Julia, it's a beautiful set. I love that set. 12 Christmas, I think, or Christmas toil. I don't know how it's pronounced. Anyway, saving this for other things. I think I'm gonna actually trim this a little bit better. It has to go to 4 1/4. So, there we go. See if I can get the fold part out of it. You know what I mean? All right. And then for this, I got what is my materials? Oh, here. I got a card base that shaded spruce, 8.5 by 5.5 score in the middle. And this will be for the inside card. And this comes from Nest of Winter. And that will be the back part of our shaker card. So this will go like this, and this will go like this. And of course, we need the window that I have here, and I didn't see because it's see-through. Okay, I kid myself. All right, so let me see how I did it. It kind of worked how I did it like the other day. So every time I do shaker cards, I do them in different ways. It's like sometimes I put the windows first and I close it. Sometimes I do it the other way around. This time I did it the other way around. So I'm getting very handy the foam strips. I'm just putting, I think, oh, by the way, let me give you the measurements. This is 3 3/4 by 4 1/2. Okay, so it just covers the window and a little bit more, so we have room to put the foam without being seen through the window. This is gonna look nicer than this one because I realized that when I put it and I cut it and I put you could only see one bird, and I'm like, oh geez, this one you'll be able to see many birds. So I like that better. So I may put my little birdie in the other side, or maybe not. We'll see. All right, going back to this. So the foam strips, very useful. When I didn't have foam strips, I was using the outside of my regular dimensionals, so that you can do that too if you don't have foam strips. But the foam strips are really, really cool. So let me see. I'll just put it and then cut. And put it as close to the edge as I can, because I really don't want it to be seen. You can always make the paper a little bigger, and that will help. But I like to use the most of the paper, so I'm very stingy with the paper. If it's not gonna be seen, I'm not putting any more. But sometimes it makes your life easier. So let's see. Can you see what I'm doing? I don't know if I'm on camera or not. I think I am. There. The important thing is that there's no holes between the strips, because otherwise, I mean, these snowflakes are quite big, thick, but sometimes you use like sequences or other things, they may slip out. All right. Nice and tight. Now I'm gonna put my snowflakes, white loose snowflakes. And I didn't know, I found out the other day, you can paint this if you want to. Oops, this is not a snowflake. Just could put a good amount. And they have two different sizes, I think. Okay, that looks more like a chicken leg more than a, but nobody will see it anyway. Probably broke. There we go. I think that's enough. This one has more, but honestly, I think it's overkill in the other one. All right, now that I have done that, I'm taking this off. Maybe I should have done, before taking this off, let me put this to the side. Oh, another one. Let's adhere the window sheet here. And because it's window sheet, rather than put liquid glue, either you use tear and tape, or I like to use, if I can find it, where the heck did it go? My Stamp and Seal Plus. I cannot believe it. Okay, well, maybe you have to use tear and tape, but it was here. So weird. So weird. Yeah. All right. Tear and tape it is then. Let me grab it. It's so much easier with the, but I don't know what it was. That's so weird. Oh, there it is. It, again, my face staring at me, and I'm not seeing it. So this is what I did. That's what I like. This is much faster. All around the window, because you want it well adhered so we don't have any loose snowflakes coming out about. And where is my window sheet? That's transparent and I can see it now. Honestly. Oh, there we go. And I swear I'm wearing my glasses. So that's even more problematic. Right. So now this is ready. And now we'll remove the rest of the backing of the strips. Oh, that's weird. Oh, there we go. It wasn't removing cleanly. All right. Turn it around. Wait. We make sure that we don't want to see any foam strip. And that's it. That's our shaker image. It looks so cute, and I can see so many birds. I'm happy. Now, this we're gonna put here, flush with the card. The card, because the card base, we didn't trim it. It's 4¼ by 5½. So we're not gonna see the top of our base card, but we need it. So it got stuck a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put dimensionals here to keep the height that we get from the strips. The strips seem to be a little bit higher than our regular dimensionals, but it doesn't matter. It will still hold it down. And then we're gonna use liquid glue to put all around here on our back, just to secure it even further. All right. So I'm just gonna go like this outside of camera for a second. And then once you have it in place, then you press your 4 corners to adhere the fun. I love shaker cars and the noise they make. All right, so now we have a little birdie to put on, and I didn't pre-cut it. As you can see, the little birdie that comes, well, the chickadee, one of them that comes, this one, the one I used. It has a lot of white outline, and I don't like that much. So what I did is I'm just gonna quickly trim it, fussy cut the outline, at least a little bit, so it's not so prevalent. Oh, 7 people watching. We're gonna have to do, after I'm done with this one, we'll do a raffle. It looks much cleaner, don't you think? I like it better. I mean, if you don't like fussy cutting, that's fine. And I'm not gonna go crazy with this. I did go a little bit more crazy with the other one, where I went needle by needle. Not this one, in another card. This one actually didn't do much. So let's do the less is more approach for this one. So just have a little bit of easier time or quicker. This is too much white for my taste. There. So when I'm fussy cutting, let's do the raffle right now. Who is the first person to tell me how many days are there today left till election day? Who's gonna be the first one? Put your numbers, guesses. I mean, educated guesses, because you know when it is. All right, so I'm almost done with the fussy cutting of the outline. There. And then we are gonna get a little bit of, nobody's saying 15. Deborah, the first person who says that, and first person who's right. Deborah, 15, 15. Counting to the midnight of Tuesday at midnight. And so, Deborah, you will be getting a little gift from me. Oh, Google says 16. Well, the first person who said 16 was also Deborah, so Deborah wins anyway. At least the one that shows in my comments. I know that they may show different ways. I checked it in this website just before I came in. It's this countdown clock website, and it said 15. I don't know. Depends if you count today or you don't count today. But in any case, Deborah said both 15 and 16, so she wins. All right, so we have my little birdie. I think if I put it here, we can still see all the little birdies on the background, and I kind of like that. I'm gonna put the label a little bit farther down between these two birds here. Actually, I should have stamped that too. But let's finish putting the bird together with just another. Okay, so I think I ran out of the shaded spruce ones, but I have a garden green, which is also part of the, I think. Why didn't it say garden green too? Yes, garden green. All right. So we'll glue these. Yeah. After all this campaigning and campaigning where you can play TV and put the TV on. I usually like to watch the news in the morning, but sometimes it's like all this time the same and the same and the same. So these days I've been watching tennis in the morning. Well, I don't watch it. I use my TV as people use the radio. I don't have a radio, so I just put it for company. But I like tennis, so I'm like, okay, you know what? When I've had enough of politics. Tennis is a good thing. All right. Just this, because he has so much height, I'm not gonna put a dimensional. We're gonna glue him just as he is. I'm sorry, I see that there's all the glare from my light there on the window shade. All right. And now we're gonna get the label. One of them with the shiny green. And I'm gonna put it in a way where I see at least a little bit more of the birds. This one and that one. So something like that. And you know what? I'm gonna follow Joanne's advice, and I'm gonna use the ribbon that I forgot to put. I'm gonna cut it in half as she suggested, and then have it stick more on the sides. It's a very pretty set. Thank you, Deborah. As I said, it's more the set than me, but it's a great idea, Joanna. I like it. Trying to make them equal. Oh, I should have, Candy, should have stamped it first, right? Okay, never mind. That's what the silicone mat is for. You can put the adhesive and it never gets stuck. And I'm gonna use the Happy Holiday ones, which I have right here. And I'll do it in green, in shaded spruce. All right. I didn't use my foam mat because I'm using the silicone mat that acts kind of like a foam mat. So now I can lift it because the silicone mat doesn't let things get think something like that. Perfect. Thank you, Joanne, for the suggestion. And now we're just gonna, maybe I'll put it in the center. What do you guys think? I think the center will work fine. Otherwise, the ribbon sticking out too much on the side of the card, and it will be a problem to put it on the envelope. So I'm just gonna use a piece of turn tape because I'm putting it over the window sheets and it's harder to adhere. Yeah. If I put it like that, I'm covering this birdie. Yeah, well, sorry. I can never win. But I think we see 3. That's good enough. I think this is center enough before I press down. Yeah. All right, so there's our card. We're gonna put the inside. Maybe I'll just do it quickly. Where's okay, the spruce? You liked it center, Ginger? I did too. I mean, it's different when you don't have the ribbon, but once you have the ribbon, living dangerously, not using my mat, but that's fine. I just want to go quickly to move on to card number 3 and 4. And there's so much material here. I mean, I can make so many more cards, and I will. I was thinking, and then I saw somebody doing it too, but with the triptych is so easy to make a candle holder kind of thing where you see, like you do kind of. I'll show you what I mean. So this is the card. It's a little different than the other one. I kind of like this with the ribbon. That's what my intention was. I just forgot. And let's put some more rhinestones if Candy has any. Left, red rhinestones. Just put them here. Okay. I only have one left, or the triptych, or I'll use the white ones. Why not? I wonder if they can be colored. We'll use the white ones. There. All right. Oh, birthday ones are like these are. It's a perfect set. Joanne is saying that she's making her birthday cards. I many times do birthday cards with my paper pumpkins too because I always need extra birthday cards. But there's so many winter babies that yes, these are great winter birthday cards too. So great idea. All right, moving on. Let me show you quickly before I destroy any more card bases what I meant by the. If you use this, fold it in the other side, and you decorate this, you can put a stoppage here. Do this like an ISO card, and if you put vellum here and decorate your front, then you can put the candle, and it will be a very nice winter candle. I, sort of doing that. I just think that doing more than 5 cards in a life, it's a little bit too much because it would take me almost 2 hours. So I just throw the idea around there. Anyway, so let's go to this card. This I love because I love this base card. Yes, I do know a lot of December babies myself. Joanne. Okay, let's grab this. So I'm using a card base of Night of Navy. It's another one of the colors of that. And then we're using this part. I don't know if I have it already cut from another one, but since I have this one out, I'm going to use that one. Oh, here's my Christmas. I forgot. And this is of my little birdie as well. All right. We're going to cut this. So this is what we're going to use. And it's going to be, this one we're trimming down. Because I want to see a little bit of the other one. I'll show you what I mean. Oh, this didn't cut well, but I'm cutting it at the gutter first so I can use this for my other cards. And this part that we use, that we have left over from cutting the other card, that we're going to use that too as a base. So this has to be trimmed at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. No problem trimming this because there's no design that we need to protect and center. There, 4 3/8. So this other piece, the shiny, beautiful piece, let me put this on the side. It's cramping my style to have the camera so close, but anyway, I have to cut it at 4, and this is like 4 1/8. So I'm gonna cut a 16 of 1/8 from each side, so this still will be in the center. You know what I mean? Oh, Joanne, doing cards with no greetings, it's a good idea, and then you can customize them for your needs. And now I'm putting this at 4, and I will cut the other 16. You don't want to cut it all from one side because then it will look center, the kind of like clearing circle in there. And this one, same thing. This is 5 1/2, and we want it at 5. And what do we want it at? Okay, 5 1/4. I think so. We're gonna cut a little bit more of that. So we're gonna cut like 1/8 of an inch in each side. Let's measure it before I cut, and I regret it. Let's measure that that's true. Yes, so this is gonna go like this. I actually wanted to see more than that, so yeah, I think I need to cut 1/8 of an inch, so I need to cut another 16th of an inch on each side. Glad that I measured it. So basically, it's not gonna be 4; it's gonna be 3 7/8. Because I wanted this to be seen as much as possible without me having to cut. How much? Let me cut. I don't. What is this? So this is 5 1/2, and I have to cut. Yes. No, that's too much. Yes, 1/8 of an inch on each side. You know, sometimes, Joanne, I replace the greeting alone. If it's on a label, I remove that label and I put another label. I've done that. Unless it's already stamped directly on your base, and then you cannot do it. But then you can always put a label on top of it. I've done that too. When I don't have time to, I need a card, and it's not the right sentiment, and I don't have time to make one, that's something I've done. All right, let's see if I did it properly. Hopefully, yes. Mm, I need to cut a little bit more on the sides. Yeah, I need to cut a little bit more on the sides. Sorry. Oh, it's like my space is more limited than usual. It should go to quarter. I don't understand why, but let's cut a 16 of an inch more on each side. It'd be so much easier if we just cut it like we did for the first one, right? Let's see. And I'll tell you that once we like it, yeah, see, now we got it. So basically, this is now 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. I thought I knew that. Anyway, math never be my thing, so I'd rather do, as we say in Spain, the old woman's count. Instead of calculating, just doing by doing, little by little. At least I didn't make a mistake that I couldn't work around. All right, so that's our base. It's just pretty enough, right? It's just so cute. I don't have this in red, but I have this in green, but I don't like. I think I'm gonna use the gold one this time. And I have this already stamped. I used the paper Nest of Winter. We're gonna do the flag sound and we're gonna wave it. Okay. Same with this. All right. And we'll wave this a little bit as we said. Let's glue. Oh no, we have to glue this first, right? So I can actually put the Mary where it goes on top of it, like we did on the other one. So I'm gonna put a glue dot right here in the middle where my ribbon goes, or my wave goes down. And then we're gonna put a dimensional over here and another dimensional over there. We can put the ribbon like folded like that if you like it. And then before it adhere this anymore, I'm gonna put it with a glue dot. maybe even farther center. But I'm gonna keep it close with a glue dot. And I'm adhering it with a glue dot. So I'm gonna put a glue dot in the middle so I can just fold it and it keeps the, well, that's too much. Something like that. That's cute. And then I'm just lifting to put it right here so I know what I wanted. And then we're gonna put another one, glue dot there. More to the side, please. Thank you very much. And now we keep it together there because I wanted a little bit more of wave. That's why. All right. So now we're gonna glue the Mary. Put some more glue there. Don't have to put a lot. And then once it dries like this one, you can just roll it off and out it goes. I love my silicone mat. I had it for a while and before I started using it, it's like, I don't know what I got it and whatever. Once I started using it, it's like, oh my God, where have you been all my life? On my shelf. That's what it was. Okay, if you see something like this, that it's like probably I didn't put enough glue there, you can always grab a little bit of cardstock or a little bit of paper, dip it and your glue, and just pass it behind it because you don't need that much glue. You see? Same thing with this. If I want that to be actually totally stuck to avoid accidents or anything, that's another way you can do it without putting excess glue in your stuff. Of the silicone mats, you have 2 or 3, Joanne? Yeah, they're good. All right. And now we have to put just like a little birdie, which I had it here, right? Where did it go? Oh, here. And then the inside, this is for the inside of the card as well. That I'm not going to show you again how to do it. It's the same that we did before. Again, I'm going to fussy cut this guy because I like it better. Fussy cut. And in 2 parts. I have a third piece here that I had from the paper. Oh, we can use this one, probably. I had just a single. I was thinking if I had fussy cut already one that I could use. Oh, we can use that one. Grab it from here. This one. Save that one for another day. I just gonna try to fussy cut this as fast as I can. Because, you know, it's not fun to see people fussy cutting, but at the same time, I want the car to look as good as possible. And sometimes when you're cutting like 3 pieces like this, it's just better to just break it so you don't deal with the whole thing. So now we're dealing only with the branch. I wanted to do this ahead of time. I did it for one of the cards, but not for this one. It's a good idea, Joanne. Have your extras for eventualities, right? All right, almost done with this one piece. All right, just very quickly with my remaining ink, I'm just gonna ink the sides with my sponge stopper so you don't see so much the white. Really, this bugs me. I think it was cut, but it didn't cut the whole way. There we go. All right, so that's done. Number one, let's do our birdie. I didn't sponge the birdie, I think, because I can get the shape quite well with just the scissors, and it's not that it has needles like the spruce branch. Our little chickadee is so cute. All right, and then final piece. Okay, I said I was gonna do fast, but cannot do it that fast. I'm sorry. All right, almost done, almost done. These are not easy to fussy cut. I mean, they're not complicated, but if you want it to look a little bit good, you have to do a little bit of the needle shapes. Otherwise, it just looks like a bit plopped that you put. And then why are we bothering fussy cutting, right? All right, almost done. There you go. All right. All right, so let me grab a little bit more of shaded spruce and spruce this around. No pun intended, but sort of kind of pun intended. All right, that was a dad joke. All right, really quickly, because we still have one more card to go. If you want to bear with me a little longer. I'm just gonna get a little bit of the white that I didn't bother to go in the middle and just get the green, and that's it. Oh, and this one. This one comes from the paper, from the DSP. All right. We have all the elements now. All we have to do is put them together. Thank you, Teresa. Yes, I spruced them up. Sprucing the spruce. All right. Yeah, I don't know why the white borders, when they're too thick, they bother me a little bit. And now we're gonna make like a little nest with these. The shape, kind of branchy, nesty, kind of like that. And then this needs a little bit more in the middle. Yeah. Something like that. We can grab our guy and put him right there. All right, so just gonna grab glue dots. Make sure that it doesn't come out of the margin. We still have to adhere these to our card base, but so you have like 1/8 of an inch more. But and this is gonna go like this. Ooh, it didn't grab it. There we go. And this one is gonna go like this on top. This one, I think I'm gonna just put a mini dimensional. Like so. And now we have a little guy. Then we run a little bit. Put it with a big dimensional. And we put him right there in the middle. I like that the red is coming from behind. Isn't he cute? I love it. Anyway, a little bit of Wink of Stella for this guy. And now that we have our piece all together, we can glue it to our card base. Okay. That serves me right for leaving my glue open. And voila! This card number 3, I love it. I love this one. Well, I like them all, but I do like this base so much that I want it to be centerpiece. I didn't want it to be the inside or anything else. And let's go for the last one. Okay. And of course, inside I'm going to put these with the branches. I'll just do it later because you've seen me doing it for the other one like this, right? Did you see that? Like this, I mean. All right. I just don't want to hold you longer than needed. And then this is the last one. I also love it. Isn't it cute? All right. So for this one, basically, I use this that we have left over from other parts, right? So I'm almost out of dimensionals in that sheet. So I'm gonna just fold it very, very well. So it's flattened. Think that this was supposed to be a triptych, so it has a little bit of the give that it needed to have an extra sheet of cardstock in the middle, but we don't need it right now. So like that. And I thought like this could be like an actual window. And I put the little opening for the window. Thank you, Joanne. I'm glad you like it. Anyway, so for this, I used country woods. Then I have, and I cut a piece that is as big as this, and then we're gonna cut the opening for the window. And then for the back of the window, just a much smaller than the 4¼ by 5½. I have a piece of what is this paper called that I like so much? Winter Meadow, I think. It's in Winter Meadow. Winter Meadow, yes. Right? I chose this one. You can choose another one because you, even if you think it's that doesn't go with the green, it doesn't matter because this is gonna be wood. You're not gonna see the green. Okay, you see the green in the back, but nobody cares about that. But anyway, so this is how it's gonna go. So let's put it together. Oops, sorry. I'm keep kicking the camera stand. I'm so sorry. So I'm using, I measured this and it's half an inch, the frame in the card. So we need to cover it. So I did a half an inch over here. I think it's a little bit smaller. Like it may be as much bigger than a half an inch in some places. It's not totally regular. So I'm just gonna go a little bit more in this side of a half an inch. And I need to see what I'm doing. So I'm sorry if I'm not totally on. I think that's it. And then I'm just gonna turn. Yeah, I did this a little bit thinner. But since we're gonna put something in it, I'm not so worried about it. We're gonna live with it, okay? Or I can try to do it a little bit. Let's try. What's the worst thing that can happen? The candy has to do it again. And you have to wait for it. Yeah, you won't see it because I'm gonna glue it and I'm just gonna put things on top of it. So don't worry about it. And now we're gonna do just a little bit more of the half inch just to make sure that it's covered. This is like when you refurnish the cabinets in your kitchen and you don't take the whole furniture out. You only spruce the top a little bit, and that's the same thing, same concept. All right, we're saving this for something else, a big chunky piece of wood. Now I have this hanging here, which I don't know, but I'm gonna glue it anyway. I'm gonna make sure that it goes on the bottom because that's where I have all the stuff, so we know we're gonna see it. But before we do this, I'm glad I cut the extra piece because that now fits perfectly. See? Before we glue, we're gonna put the frames, the window panes. I mean, And because this is 4.5, it's a little bit less than 4.5. Just marking here like more or less 1.5, like divided in 3, right? So I'm doing 1.5 right here. Don't worry because you're not gonna see that. And then the 3 mark right here, more or less. And the same on the other side. My other one was 4.5, and this one seems to be 4.9, whatever, 3/8 or something. I'm just gonna go with the 1.5 and 3, and just we'll adjust as we go. Then I have strips, 1/4-inch strips of the same wood paper. I need a big one to put here in the middle. By the way, I should have measured the middle. The middle is 3, and oh, you know what? I'm just gonna do the middle of the whole thing. So it's 4.25 is 2.75, well, 2 3/4. So that's what we're gonna do. 2 3/4. No, 2 and 4.25, 2 and whatever. See, I'm not good at math. I'm sorry. I'm not good at math. 4.25 for 2 and 2 1/8. That's what it is. 2 1/8, right? Is that the half? It does look like the half. 2 1/8. So if I do blah 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 blah, here it will be 2 1/8. So here's where I have to put my long beam. I cut the strips at 5.5, but I'm gonna trim it a little bit because I don't want to have to play with it, everything. I'm just gonna put glue here and glue here, and don't worry because nothing of this is gonna be seen, so you don't have to be perfect. Making sure they're straight, more or less. So that's our center beam. And now I have the, let me see if this is already cut at 1.25. I'm gonna trim it a little bit more. And then I'm just not even gonna bother bringing my cutter. I'm just gonna go like this and cut the other thing the same. There you go. Faster. Wherever we put our marks, that's where we're gonna put the glue. Just a little dot. And then one dot here in the middle. We'll put it quickly because if we don't like it, we can still move it around. Does it seem straight to you? Maybe a little further there. I think that's pretty good now. Okay. Now that we have everything, now we put the big frame. Make sure there's plenty of, not plenty, but that there's glue as close to the edge as possible because you don't want it to peel it or to peel out of whichever preposition you want to use. All right, so this is my bottom because that's where I have that extra piece that I want to glue. I don't want to put a lot of glue either that it goes all over the place. Let's see. Voila. Isn't it cute? I love it. Anyway, and then we open it up, and we're gonna, guess we can delete. I said that it was not gonna be seen, and it's gonna be seen. But thankfully, I have my eraser here. Need an eraser, and we can take it off. I did it on the frame when I was doing it. I didn't think, and I'm like, oh, I can go easy here, but no, you're gonna be seeing it unless you put a break, like unless you put a sheet of cardstock or another color or something. But I'm not gonna bother. Again, this very thin to the edge. You can actually do it here too. I think that's what I did. That was the best way to do it. Just putting a little bit on the edge there, because you don't want this to, when it opens, that people open it and peel it off. I'm just gonna put it in place and close it. If you want to put a little bit of glue behind that, you can. I don't mind, because it kind of gives the effect that this is another dimension, so to speak. All right, and now we just put this decorate, which I already have everything ready, and this time I fussy cut it, so you don't have to see me fussy cutting again. Yay! Are you happy about that? Thank you, Teresa. I'm glad you like it. So we have our sentiment. I use a Christmas label, and I did it in heat embossing. I did some heat embossing, and I don't know what that piece is. I think I was too close to my edge there, but there we go. I love the Christmas label, and I heat embossed it in gold. And now we're gonna put 2 dimensionals here. And they all have the Christmas labels have all these like cuts that it already comes with it, like, so they give a little bit more interest to the piece. All right. So there. And then we're gonna sponge. That we're gonna do. I like the sponging. And it's quick and easy. And it adds a lot, I think. Wherever I see white, I put my sponge. Okay, that's one. And just a little bit on this one too. All right. And now we find a way to put this. Oh, what I didn't cut is this little branch. Let's see if I have something to cut. One day I was watching TV and I took one of the sheets of the birds like this, and I just started like just cutting stuff, especially pieces where there's like a piece that it's to the edge and you're not gonna see, you're not gonna be able to catch the whole image. Like you can use this and fussy cut just that piece, and I'm gonna grab that one. I knew I was forgetting something. It wouldn't be me if I don't forget anything, right? Oh, well. This one is easy though. This has like... I don't know where that one came from. I think it's another of the designer series paper, another sheet, different sheet than this one. But this one is the one I had handy. Oh, well, the sooner I speak, eh? Thankfully, it was an easy fix. There. A little bit of sponging. All right, so we're gonna position our bird in the top window pane there with a dimensional. And then we'll put the branch wherever we see fit that it goes. Maybe like that. Yeah, I like it like that. Like that. So I'm just gonna, because this is a little curve, I'm just gonna put another dimensional since I still have. Tuck it underneath him, like so. And then these bigger pieces, we're just gonna put here. Oh, that was the one for here. Let me. I mean, it's a little big. I was thinking it's like, oh, I thought it was smaller. Oh well. So let's see where we position this one. Maybe the other one was better. Now this one goes good enough here. Yes. And for this, I don't need just gonna put a little bit of glue. Okay. This perking up a little bit, picking up, and this reusing my I didn't glue this. All right. Glue that, I think. And this will secure with a little dimensional there. All right, so that's it. And for the inside, we will decorate. We'll put the branch as you see me doing a few times already. I should have used the mat, but good enough. All right. Oh, no, very important. We need the brass metallic dot for or window latch or whatever you call that. All right, so these are our cards. We can put a little bit of like I see things. I'm like, oh, let's put a little wink of Stella on the guy. All right. So here are the cards again. Let's close these. Not have any accidents with the finished cards now. I really love this rustic look for this window. You know, like the winter cabin look. And then where are the other ones? We have our shaker car. Let's bring the one that we finish today. And then we have this one. Can they all fit? Barely. And then we have the other one where we stamp the frame. Okay, so these are the 4 alternative cards using Nest of Christmas paper pumpkin. And next month's paper pumpkin, it has some cloth stockings, and it's for tag making. Usually October is Christmas cards, and November paper pumpkin is more about treat boxes or treat packages or tags or something like that. So looking forward to that too, though I'm sure this was my favorite. But anyway, I don't want to play favorites, but I hope you like them. Thank you. The second one is your favorite. Which one is this? Oh, the shaker card, Ginger. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining. Um, and we'll see what we do next week. I don't know. I have to think about it. I've decided I'm not gonna make Halloween cards because it's too close now, and But I'll show some of the ones that we've done for the cards for hospitalized kids later this week. All right, so have a lovely, lovely week. It's the end of October already, or almost, not yet, not quite, but almost there. And Christmas is around the corner, so probably more Christmas cards. All right, we'll see. Thank you all for joining again. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you all next Sunday. Bye-bye.